Hi everyone, it's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into a new edition of Teach Me Tuesday. Today I'm going to feature a stamp set that I'm very sad to say I probably only inked up once, maybe twice, and it's retiring. I just loved the sentiments in here, and now that I have a growing team of fellow demonstrators that are doing amazing things, I thought this would be a great stamp set for all of their achievements. So I made a card using this because I love that. You're pretty much the greatest of all time in the history of ever, because my team is pretty much the best of all time in the history of ever. So I thought that would be a fun stamp to use for this technique. And I'm going to actually show you how you can use all of your ink colors to emboss with. So if you want to heat emboss, you need the color heat embossing powder that you want to achieve, but I can show you with the new ink pads from Stampin' Up. Well, they're not really new anymore. They were new last year, and even before that with the foam-based ones instead of the felt-based ones. You can use any of our colors to emboss with. So that's really kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did that. And in case you didn't know, heat embossing just kind of adds a little bit of like a glaze almost. It's like an epoxy layer on top. So it kind of gives a really fancy look. So I'm using soft seafoam is the color, which is a fave of mine. And it measures 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to take soft seafoam ink, and I'm going to use this little element from the stamp set here as a background. So I'm just using soft seafoam ink on soft seafoam cardstock. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of stamp that randomly here. We'll just kind of do that. Oh, I have a little hole, so let's go ahead and do that. So there you go. I'm going to put my sentiment right in here. That's why I kind of left it plain in that part. I'm going to use Calypso Coral with this, and I already pre-punched out this starburst circle using one of our punches. It's actually one of my very favorite, and actually before I do that, I'm going to use the gold strip. I wanted a little bit of glitz and glamour for this card, so I added some gold accents. So we're going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to do little banner ends in here. So I slit in the middle, and then corner to center, and corner to center. And then we'll do that on the other side as well. We'll do corner to center, like that. So we get, whoops, I kind of went too far, but nobody will see that. Then I'm just going to go ahead and tape that on. It's just regular adhesive, kind of right in the middle here, like that. And then this can go flat right in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. And next step, we're going to take a little bit of the Tea Room Combo Duo ribbon, and I'm going to make like a little ribbon here, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. This is from the Tea Room Combo ribbon, so this is the vanilla and gold. There's also a Coastal Cabana in gold. Both of these, both the stamp set and this ribbon are retiring. That was just announced this week, so if you like either of them, you'll want to stock up on those, because that will be disappearing. So now I'm just going to do that right in the middle there, and I'm going to set that aside. Next, we're going to show you how I did the embossing with the ink pad. So I'm going to take the stamp I want to use, and we're using Calypso Coral ink, and I'm going to go ahead and just ink this up. And if you hear squeaking in the background, that's because I am dog sitting for Mr. Diego, and he's playing with his toy at the moment. I'm not used to having a dog in the house when I'm creating, but he's fun, and he's trying to get the little squeaker out of there. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on the Whisper White, and I just kind of stamped this crooked, but it's not going to matter. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that, and this does kind of have some little dots on it, but I'm going to totally leave it like that. It's totally fine. Now, while it's still semi-wet, I'm taking clear embossing powder. So any of our inks that you want to use, you can sprinkle it with clear embossing powder, and then it will heat just like any of the colored embossing powders, like the gold, the copper, the silver. So you can see it kind of muted that a little bit, and now it's powder. So if I rub this, that's going to come off, so you don't want to do that. But now that it's got the embossing powder on it, you can let that sit, and it's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Okay, so there you go. So I heat set this, and now we've got that shiny epoxy look. See? Got an embossed look. So that's all shiny now, and I just used my regular clear embossing powder. So I didn't need to have Calypso Coral embossing powder. I just used the regular clear one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors and cut this out. Do a little fussy cutting, which this one's pretty easy because it's just a rectangular shape with rounded corners. So we'll go ahead and round that, and then go all the way down. And then I'm going to go ahead and round this one. And we'll be good to go. Like that. Okay, so there you can see it's all cut out and embossed. Now I'm going to take my card here, and I'm going to add this to the card with some dimensionals. So I'll put one in each corner and one in the middle. Diego! I'll be done in 2 minutes. Poor Diego. He's sad. He only got 2 walks today. He likes to have 3, or as many as I will do. Alright, so I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to trim these a little bit here. 1, 2. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then the last thing I want to do is I'm going to add a couple of vellum butterflies. So I cut out some vellum butterflies using the butterfly duet punch. And then I'm just going to take some glue dots, and I'm going to pop one here. And I'm going to do another one. Let's see, we'll grab one more here. And I'm going to put that one down here. And then I like to just kind of lift those up a little bit, and I'm going to add some gold bling just to make those stand out a little bit more. Let's pull this off. Oop, I can't get this to come up. I like to squeeze the wings, so it is a little more depth and dimension. Then I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, which has putty on the end here. A little bit putty out of control here. I'm going to pull that off. We'll just give it a little bit of a twist. Come on. There we go. And then I'm going to just pick up the little embellishment with my putty tool. And I'm going to put 2 in each butterfly center. So 1, 2. And then we'll pick up another one. 1 and 2. There we go. And that's good. Put that back on there, and we're all set. There you see my finished card. A little bit of glitz with the gold foil and the embossing, and then some little gold accents. And that is a perfect card to give to someone special. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you like it, I'd love to see a little like below on the video, and if you like my channel, please be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week for another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. See you soon!